Assalamu alaikum and good greetings. So today I'll be watching a video titled Indirect Proof of the Prophethood of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam question mark. This is by blogging Theology, and I believe this will discuss with regard to what is the proof, or I'm not sure whether what does that mean by indirect proof, but I guess we are going to see what it is. Without further ado, let's watch.
Now, there's a problem here. For if somebody believes that the Quran is divine, was inspired by God, then they would argue that the Quran is correct. Jesus was not crucified, and the crucifixion story is just false. But for those who think that the Quran was authored by Muhammad, there's actually a problem there. So if Muhammad wrote the Quran, here's the question. There are actually serious issues for him, something that both groups who are concerned with Jesus agree on. So the Jews say, we killed him, and the Christians say, we killed him. He's at the same time trying to attract both groups. The killing of Jesus is of no significance to him, to the Quran. He's trying to unify all of those, yet he comes out with what looks like a statement that stands in the face of history. Everybody he knew, every Jew, every Christian, believed that Jesus was crucified. And he's trying to tell them, we believe in the same God. I believe in the Torah, in the Injil, Jesus is so-and-so, Moses is so-and-so. However, what you say about this particular issue, I'm disagreeing with. What sense does that make?
I think it's actually a very, very good point. I mean, there's even that verse in the Quran says to people in the book, let us come to common terms. He's inviting them to come to an agreement. So the emphasis here is on consensus. Let us understand what we share in common. And then you come across this verse, which is so counterintuitive in some ways, particularly if you're a Christian, in denying the crucifixion. So why would Muhammad, inverted commas, being the supposed author of the Quran, what motive would he have for including a verse which really puts the spoke in the wheels of this whole agenda of let us agree, let us come to common terms? Doesn't make any sense, as you say.
Absolutely. It basically dents the credibility of the Quran, because they think this is a simple, basic historical fact. How do we know? Well, the Quran, since then, has always been criticized on this particular point. The historic claim that has received the most criticism from scholars, non-scholars, is the crucifixion of Jesus. Now, he comes out and basically puts out a statement that he'd make kind of, if you like, threaten his whole message and mission.
Because this is an indirect argument for the authenticity of the prophet. Because if he was a charlatan, if he was a fake, a fraud, then he wouldn't use a verse, of course, which threatened to jeopardize his successful proselytizing of Christians, for example. Why would he do that? No one would do that. So that kind of suggests indirectly that he is putting the truth over any interests of self-aggrandizement or any fraudulent claim to prophethood.
That Paul, unless you actually go out to try and prove that the Quran does not deny the crucifixion. So that's one way out of this dilemma. So we are in a corner, but there is a way out of it if we actually say the Quran does not deny the crucifixion. Any advantages of denying the crucifixion? Well, history tells us none, absolutely none. 14th century of criticism, disagreement, accusing the credibility of the Quran, absolutely none. That's really what we have here.
Okay, so that's the video. Yeah, interesting. Especially, I think the dilemma there is for those who want to criticize that the Quran is being written by Muhammad SAW, meaning that for those who do not want to believe the divinity origin of Quran, and then they would claim or accuse that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the one that write the Quran. But if that is so, then why, meaning that's the question, right? For what reason did Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam write as such if he did write it, right? Because there's no benefit of it. And yeah, of course that is a part of a longer conversation, I do believe, because logically there are only several options that you can see, right? Whether he really truly believed that he is conveying the truth and it is actually the truth from God, or he truly believes he is conveying the truth but he is delusional or whatever, right? Or he actually wrote all of these things up, right? Making things up and make a claim that is totally false and he know it is false, right? So basically that's the major options, what can be the case. And I think when you go and discuss each of those, it's very hard to imagine other alternative explanation than he really truly believed that he is upon the truth and the message is actually the truth, right? So of course that is, I believe, if we go to the longer conversation, it might touch upon all of those. But anyway, what do you think about that very specific thing? Interestingly, I think that is the very first time that I have heard that discussion on seeing that. Yeah. Anyway, but of course, I think the common claim or accusation that people say, the normal Christian that comment on my channel, is that he tried to copy but he make a mistake in copying, right? I think that's the most common claim or accusation that people throw, right? But anyway, so for this video, thank you for watching. We'll end this here because it's something new. I have never pondered upon this before. So yep, I guess that's it for today. Thank you for watching. See you next time.